Accountability is huge. And we really believe in the power of having a partner to work out with so that you are both working towards achieving the same goals.
Oh, and a full year, and that lets you save. Who cares?
Welcome to a brand new edition of Ageless Energy, where we talk about how to burn fat, increase energy, and balance hormones for women over 40. Over the past 20 years as a performance coach, I've worked with hundreds of women that have the exact same struggles you do. I hope to shine some light with this podcast on what can be the most challenging time of your life and let you know there is hope to find success with your health and what you're looking for. Please share and enjoy. All right, here we are with Dorothy. Welcome to the show, Dorothy.
Hey, Drew, thanks for having me on again. I'm really excited to talk about this topic today.
It's our pleasure. This is a good topic, especially at this time of year, because a lot of people are trying to stay fit and active. At least, hopefully, they're trying to stay fit and active. It's definitely a very challenging time of year to stay on track. So we have all kinds of tips and ideas to do that.
Yeah, no doubt it's one of the most challenging times to stay on track, but we're here to help you and to show you that it can be done.
That's right. I think for me, like some of the challenging things that come up with me is family and travel and foods that we're not used to consuming and schedules. Like many times the gym schedules are different, which is why we're going to recommend at-home workouts here. But there's so many things that are upside down. So I think trying to your best to stick to a schedule or arrange your workouts so your schedule can be around those instead of the other way around.
I am definitely a schedule person, Drew, and planning ahead makes a huge difference. It's really tough whenever we get out of routine, and you all, I'm sure, can relate. During the week, it's when we're in a scheduled routine with work, with the kids' schedules, it's easier to stay on track. As soon as we're off routine on weekends, things kind of start to go downhill when we're out of routine. I think we can all relate to that. So one of our tips, our tip number one, is to plan ahead.
Yeah, and it's so important to plan ahead because we know, okay, first of all, we know that the holidays are coming up if they're not here already. And we know that different things come up at different times of day. So for one of the things of us, when we talk about planning ahead, it's planning ahead that you know you're going to be getting your workouts in probably at a specific time. And that's usually in the morning because later on in the day, a lot of other things come up.
And then what's also important is making that plan, writing it down. So if you're traveling, have a notebook or a calendar that you can take with you with it all scheduled out. Schedule in the events that are happening throughout the holiday season and then plot in or write in your workouts, what time you're going to work out around the events that are happening. If it's written down, you will be much more apt to follow the plan than if you don't have a plan at all and you're just going by the cuff.
You know what's funny is that we recommend morning workouts. There's so many benefits to working out in the morning. So you feel a whole lot better. You get that energy. And a lot of times people will say, I feel like if I work out in the morning, I'm going to be tired throughout the day. And that's just not true. We found many times over, not only for us, but our clients, our membership, our monthly membership people, everyone understands that once you start to work out in the morning, you gain that energy. And I think that's a big reason a lot of people struggle with having energy throughout the day.
We've done quite a few workout challenges, 10-day challenges or 7-day challenges, and workouts in the park, for example. And we start early, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And a lot of people do struggle to get there or are a little bit hesitant at first for that reason. Oh my gosh, if I work out that early, if I get up that early, I'm going to be tired throughout the day. But we've had so much feedback at the end of the challenges of people saying, oh my gosh, I have so much more energy throughout the day when I work out in the morning.
Something that weighs on me is if I don't get my morning workout in is it's always on my mind. So I'm always thinking about when am I going to get my workout in? Am I going to have a few minutes late morning, early afternoon? Is it going to be an evening workout? And it's always weighing on me. And there's like a bit of a guilt. So it was funny. Dorothy and I, we got one of our workouts in the morning and I wasn't on a great routine. And like we're big believers in morning routines and having a schedule. but sometimes things come up. We know life happens. That's just how it works. So there's probably a week where I didn't get a chance to do my morning workouts like I usually do. And it was funny because we actually got our workout in. This was after a few days, maybe a week. Maybe it wasn't a week, just felt like a week, but it was a few days of not getting our morning workouts in. And then so I was feeling guilty for these days and I was thinking about my workouts and such. Then the next day, Dorothy and I, we got our morning workout in, feeling great. And then later on in the afternoon, I started thinking, I didn't get my workout in. The last few days, I haven't been doing my morning workouts. So I started to feel guilty again. Then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't continue to do this. I have to get my workouts in. Then I said to Dorothy, are we going to do an evening workout? And she's like, we did a morning workout. What are you talking about?
He kept forgetting that we already worked out.
So it was kind of funny. But then that goes back to schedule. So for me, I have a whiteboard next to my desk and I usually put a star next to the days that I've worked out, or I put a little note so I can see that for me because so much is going on during the day. And if I can see that this is the time I have my workout scheduled in, and then I have a star or a check mark that says it's completed, then I don't have to forget that it's already done.
He already did it. I'm quite the same. I have a paper calendar actually that I carry around with me. I like to do a month by month. So at the beginning of each month, I schedule out my workouts in pencil. And then once it's completed, I check it off. And if I get to a week where I have to shuffle some things around, I can do that. I can just erase because it's in pencil and shuffle it around. But the important thing is not to erase the workout and not put it somewhere else. You always, if you're shuffling things around, make sure they all get scheduled back in. But I think it's important to know that these tips that Drew and I are suggesting are tips that we have tried ourselves and that we've seen our clients and our friends and our family have success with. It's not just tips that we're pulling out of thin air here. It's tips that will work.
Yeah, without question. So one of our other tips is working out at home. Now, we know that this is a challenge or a struggle for some people, but there are many benefits to working out at home, especially during the holidays. Is there something that you want to share with that, Dorothy, or would you like me to carry on with it?
Well, I think there's so many things outside of our control when we don't work out at home. For example, there's traffic and there's traveling time. When you work out at home, you can get out of bed and there's no commute time, which cuts down on the elapsed time. A lot of the time, the excuse for not working out is, I can't fit it in. I don't have the time to fit it in. But by working out at home, you are cutting down your commute time. And I know like some people live in bigger cities where it takes, 20, 30 minutes to get to the gym. Others are closer to a gym, 5-10 minutes, but still that's 5 or 10 minutes you could spend doing something else by just working out at home.
Yeah, that's a great point because we talk about 20-minute workouts. Like we don't believe in hour and a half workouts anymore. We're going to talk about changing your workouts through intensity and diversity, I suppose. But when it comes to time, we say you could work out in 20, 25 minutes and get a great workout in. But then if you're going to the gym, you have to factor in 10 minutes to, 40 minutes to get to a gym, depending on where you live. We know that in Los Angeles, anywhere you go, you're driving at least 20 minutes. Doesn't matter how far it is because of the traffic. But when it comes to working out at home, let's say you have 20, 25 minutes, that's all the time you need. Otherwise, you have 20 minutes plus you're adding on whatever time it takes you to get to your facility you're working out at.
True Form Life.
Just want to take a minute to mention Complete Truth Protein. This is a protein supplement that we designed at True Form. We believe in food. We believe food heals, cures, and prevents. That's why this product is much different than your conventional types of products. Unfortunately, packed with chemicals, preservatives, toxins that our body doesn't know how to utilize, digest, and absorb. So that's why Complete Truth Protein can help improve your digestion and will offer a natural boost of energy. You can find more details at trueformlife.com/Complete Truth Protein.
True Form Life.
That's right. And then there's all kinds of other things too that factor in more time. For example, parking and walking into the gym, and then, all of those setup kinds of things. So if we can because we recommend morning workouts, if we can hop out of bed, walk downstairs, for example, and start our workout right away, we're cutting down so much time.
Yeah, and I think that comes back to planning ahead. So we know that, let's say, for example, we get up at 5 a.m. I'm not sure. I think that's too early for people?
I think it would be early for most.
Okay, let's push that back. We get up at 4 a.m. We've talked about that in a past show called Rise and Grind, 4 a.m. workouts, or 4 a.m. The reason why we get up at 4 a.m. That's a past show on exploringmindandbody.com. I've actually had a few people, at least 2 people, right now at this point on my other podcast called Transformations Through Running, and they're early risers as well. Zalmi was one of them, and I know there's 1 or 2 others that they talk about waking up at 4 a.m. as well. So we're not the only ones.
No, we're not the only crazies.
But 5:30, for example, let's say you're getting up at 5:30 and you know that that's your plan to get up and get your workout in right in the morning. So you already have your yoga mat planned out. Maybe you have your water sitting next to it, and then you have your workout planned. So basically you wake up, maybe you wake up like a zombie, who knows? Maybe not everyone wakes up like Dorothy does, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go. So maybe you drag yourself down like a zombie to your yoga mat, and you slowly start to wake up as you get a few exercises in, and then you can increase the intensity, and then you can start to feel better and get a great workout in. But that comes back to planning ahead and knowing exactly what time you're going to work out, hopefully in the morning before any excuses or emergencies or anything comes up, or you lose ambition, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, Drew, I liked how you said to have your water set out, to have your workout clothes already set out. And I think we underestimate how important that is, because if everything is all ready for us to go in the morning, then it's less decisions you have to make throughout the morning. And I think a lot of times when we wake up, we're just not ready to make those decisions. You know what I just thought of is we had a fitness class member or a monthly membership member client who would sleep in her workout clothes so that when she got up, she'd be ready to go for her workout. Now, I know that's a little extreme for some.
She was definitely extreme.
But at least consider laying them out or having them ready to slip on as you get out of bed.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we were actually doing a fitness challenge, I think. And she was like, many times, she was on different time zones. So she would see someone get more steps in. So she would literally get up and start walking around if she saw someone get more steps in her.
She's very, very into the challenge.
So we talked about working out at home. We talked about avoiding traffic. That's a big thing. The other thing is, and then the time to commute to get to the gym. So maybe your 25-minute workout changes to an hour and a half workout. From there, we can look at other reasons, like we have gym fees, we have lines that you have to wait for to get on equipment, especially during the holidays or when the new year comes. I mean, the new year is going to set in as well. And we can also consider the new year, I put that in quotations, in September, for example. You have lineups and you have people actually waiting for equipment. Many of you may have been to gyms like I have, where you actually have to put your name down on a cardio equipment so you're next in line.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to our next tip, which is accountability. So accountability is huge, and we really believe in the power of having a partner to work out with. It doesn't have to be your spouse necessarily, and you don't necessarily have to work out together at the same time, but find a friend, find a coworker, find somebody to work out with you, or that you can make the plan with, so that you are both working towards achieving the same goals. That gives you a check-in buddy. So there's somebody there asking you, did you get your workout in?
Yeah, and it makes a world of difference when you have someone that's actually checking in on you. And I like how you said make the plan together, because if you're actually making the plan together, you're emotionally invested. You're planning it, you're taking it step by step instead of just reading a plan, although there's benefits to reading a plan as well. And then, so there's a couple other things I want to mention here. You can go online if you're having a hard time finding a accountability partner or someone that could be maybe at your work or a friend. You can go online. You can find many different groups or challenges. We're big fans of challenges. If you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/trueformlife, we do challenges just about every month, maybe every other month that you can be involved in. And you're certainly welcome to join us. But we do have a monthly membership group, and this is a great way to keep you accountable. So trueformlife.com is our website, and we host much of our online support group is on Facebook. So it's a free account. All you have to do is sign up and join us, and we put together meal plans and recipes and grocery shopping lists. This is where we do at-home workouts. Well, full body equipment, there's no equipment required. We plan everything out for you. And then we have that support and we have that accountability that may help you. That will definitely help you stay on track, and will get you going in the right direction, because many times we're not really sure what to do once we join a group. But that's why we're there for support, because we take you step by step each and every day. We try new challenges and we have workouts. It's all laid out there for you. And then we offer that accountability that we're talking about right here.
You can also find accountability with a coach or a trainer. We know that some people aren't big into groups and they don't want to join a group, which has a lot of benefit, but we understand that it's not for everybody. But finding a coach or a trainer to help you out is always a great way to stay accountable as well. And a lot of people think that you have to go to the gym to find a trainer, and that's not true. Yes, a lot of trainers do work at gyms, but for example, when Drew was doing personal training, he would definitely go to people's homes and train them at home. So you can look around your community, ask around for trainers or coaches that will come to your home.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great option as well. We did a past show. I was trying to think of the name, but it hasn't come to me. But if you go to exploringmindandbody.com and you search for benefits of at-home personal trainer, I'm sure something will come up. And I know something will come up because we did a past show, but there's tons of information out there on different ways that you can stay accountable and work out at home so you can avoid whatever it is. And maybe you love the gym. If that's the thing for you, there's nothing wrong with that. We're not saying don't use the gym. We're just saying there's a lot of drawbacks at this time of year during the holidays, especially gym hours and gym lines and travel and weather. So it's important to find other options, especially when it's something as easy as setting out your yoga mat and doing your workout right at home.
There's just so much extra put on our plate at this time of year with shopping and baking and decorating and activities and events and family, and the list goes on, that a lot of times we feel like we can't add one more thing. So by reducing the amount of time for your workout by working out at home, it's really beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we move on to what we can do at home, a lot of times we're not exactly sure what to do. Like, great, I should work out at home, but what do I do? So this is a good topic to talk about here. So when it comes to working out at home or at-home workouts in particular, we believe in full body weight exercises in regards to functional movements. So we're not big fans of sitting in a gym and clanging around heavy weights. I've done that. Dorothy, you've done that.
Been there, done that myself.
And it's just not something that we feel is sustainable unless you want to live that bodybuilding lifestyle, which many people don't. They just don't know any other way to work out. So for us, when it comes to working out at home, we look at full body weight exercises, and these are the type of workouts we put together. So when we look at full body weight, we're talking about push-ups, lunges, ab exercises, planks, variations, and there's many different things that you can do with these different exercises. I think many times people are like, oh, body weight exercises. I don't want to sit and do burpees all day. There's a lot of different things that we can do, and we structure this in a way so you can do an upper body exercise, a lower body exercise, and a core or combination. So 3 different exercises that we put together, and we combo them for 3 sets, 3 exercises, and then you have a nice structure of how you can get your workouts in at home.
And you can also control the intensity that you work out at as well with the full body weight exercises. It's difficult, I find, conventional workouts like Drew was talking about the bodybuilding style workouts where it's leg day, back day. Drew and I've both done that. It's difficult to find the results that you are looking for with that style of workout.
One of the things I would like to ask of you guys is that some of you know that I don't run ads on the show and don't plan on in the immediate future. So the only ask I have for you is that you help us spread the word so we can help more women burn body fat, increase energy, and balance their hormones. And the only way that we can do that is if you can rate and review this podcast. So the single thing that I could have you do or could ask of you is to leave a review. It'll take 5 minutes or one swipe of the thumb. It would mean the absolute world to me. And more importantly, you could change the world for someone else. As many of you know, there's plenty of women that struggle in this age group for balancing hormones, increasing energy, and burning body fat. So if you could help spread the word, that would make a big difference in our life and probably someone else's as well.
Yeah, and we were talking about, when we talk about body weight exercise, Dorothy mentioned it. So I would literally sit there in the gym and I would do biceps and maybe back, but usually biceps for about an hour, maybe
Oh my gosh.
an hour and a half. And I know it sounds crazy, but that's how a lot of people work out in this day and age. And all we're here to do is tell you that there's different ways to get your workouts in. So if we're looking at a variation of push-ups, like there's about at least six different ways you could do push-ups. You can do push-ups on your knees, you can do push-ups on your toes, you can do change your hand position many different ways for a push-up. So let's say a push-up is one of your exercises. Then we get up and we do a squat. So we've already hit our upper body. Now we're going to hit our lower body. And let's say we do conventional squats. All the way down, all the way up, modification, maybe half squats, quarter squats. You can do sumo squats.
Jump squats.
Wide leg
I
squats.
feel like it's like that for Forrest Gump and the shrimp. Popcorn shrimp. Shrimp and potatoes, garlic shrimp,
Okay.
battered shrimp, fried shrimp.
One of Dorothy's favorite movies. She has to reference that every chance she gets.
That's right.
So at any rate, so there's a number of different squats that you could perform. So we did upper body with push-ups, variations, then we did squats, variations, and then we can do double leg lifts, for example. So you lay on your back and you lift both legs up and you bring them both down. You can do flutters. So example, anytime you're laying on your back and you're moving your legs around in different ways, you're working on your lower abs. So then the next set, we can work on our upper abs. And I know we're just throwing these ideas at you, but what we're saying here is there's many different ways that you can work out at home and hit different body groups. You don't have to sit there and just target your biceps, for example, or you don't need heavy weights to just do triceps. We have so many different ways to use our body weight to get these exercises in and to get the results you're looking for. And when we talk about body weight exercises, we talk about getting your body in a fat burning, metabolism burning state. So your body is burning fat all day long. When we're doing cardio, our body burns body fat 12 hours after our cardio session. When you do resistance training with these full body weight exercises, your body is burning body fat 24 hours after you're finished this session. So it's much different and you're able to get more efficient results.
And I just want to go back to time because I don't know why we're conditioned to think that we need an hour workout. I'm not sure where that came from, but it could have come back from the bodybuilding world, spending at least an hour at the gym. Our workouts, or the workouts we're talking about, these full body workouts, are intense and work out our full body. So you only need 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes maximum to get a really good workout in. But it takes some time to adjust your mindset that that is sufficient enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not only that, but there's different things that we can do. Like we can just understand that if you're a beginner, you don't have to have high intensity. But those that are more advanced, they feel like they have to lift a bunch of weights to get results. But all you have to do is increase your intensity so you can work out harder. You can do more reps. If we have hold the plank for 30 seconds, you can hold it for a minute and a half. There's a lot of things that you can do. But again, going back to that mindset that Dorothy was talking about, we have to understand that it is possible to see the results we're looking for. We just have to change our mindset.
And you know what? The great part of it too is that you can work out anywhere, in a hotel room, at a family's place. We've even had members that work out while they're camping. So if you're committed to working out, then you can really do it anywhere, anytime.
Just got to make it happen.
You just got to make it happen.
I know we talk about full body weight exercises, full body weight movements. I know a lot of people like props, so I wanted to throw this last tip in here just to give you some new ideas. Some of you might have an at-home gym or might have some equipment you've purchased to work out at a park or outside. So we came up with a handful of different props, if you will, that we want to share with you in case you want to continue doing full body weight exercises, maybe just more advanced.
Yeah, and that's always a progression as well. You don't have to start with props. In fact, we suggest that you don't if you're beginning working out, but you'll find over time that to build intensity, sometimes using a few equipment throughout your workout is nice. For example, a Bosu ball can add a lot more of challenge with squats, for example, or push-ups, for example, if you add that in, because then you are adding in another level of stability and balance on top of your strength exercise.
Yeah, Bosu ball is definitely one of our favorites. And it doesn't have to be like a Bosu ball. There's many different types of balancing props that are similar to that type of exercise ball or prop
Equipment.
piece of equipment, but that's definitely something that we enjoy. Another one of my favorites is the TRX band. This is a great full body weight exercise piece of equipment.
You're having a challenge with that word.
I am having a
But
challenge.
we bring our TRX everywhere. It's lightweight, doesn't take up a lot of space. You can throw it in your suitcase really easily. You can attach it to a door frame. So in a hotel, you can attach it to a tree. So you can literally work out anywhere. We've worked out on the beach before with our TRX, and we hooked it to a staircase, like coming down to the beach. And it is so interesting, the looks we get.
It's surprising to me how many people haven't seen TRXs before. There you go, struggling with that word. You didn't jump in and save me.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the list here. I'm a list person.
So anyways, the TRX is something else that you can use. A couple other ones. We have a yoga mat that everyone should have. You can take it to yoga class. You can put it on in a corner in your room. You can bring it to the park so your butt doesn't get wet. There's a lot of different reasons to use a yoga mat.
And it's nice to have the yoga mat set up in a specific location in your house for your at-home workout, because then you've kind of marked off a territory of where your workout zone is.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple other things is a kettlebell and medicine ball. So these are just going to add a bit more resistance. So sometimes if you're doing side touches with just your hand, you can grab a med ball. If you want a slightly different workout, you can grab a kettlebell. And the only reason that we mention these is because they're pretty easy to carry around. Medicine ball is a bit heavier, so that could be a challenge. Kettlebell, that adds a bit more resistance or more weight, of course, and that could be a bit of a challenge. Like, for example, when we walk to our house to the beach to work out, we don't take the kettlebell with us. We would use the kettlebell in the backyard, for example. But with the TRX, Bosu, yoga mat, these are easy to carry around props, and they're easy to store as well.
Yeah, that's a great point, Drew. The yoga mat has saved me on numerous occasions from a wet behind.
All right, so that's going to wrap things up for this edition of Exploring Mind and Body. We hope that these tips and suggestions and ideas have given you some new insights on how you can stay on track this holiday season.
And we do have a 10-day fitness challenge available on our website as well. If you need some ideas, there's 10 days, 10 at-home workouts, and you can access that. Drew, give us more details.
That's at trueformlife.com. It's a free workout. We've mentioned it before on the show. All you have to do is enter in your email address. We send you a brand new workout each day, and this is a perfect time to give it a try, especially if you're traveling or if it's a struggle, or if it's a struggle to get to the gym.
It's a great way to get started, so we definitely recommend checking that out if you're not sure of workouts to do at home.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, Dorothy. It's always a pleasure having you with us.
Yeah, I always love coming on. Thanks for having me, Drew.